On behalf of the people of East Turkestan, we want to thank the US Congress for passing the Uyghur Human Rights Policy Act of 2020, and we urge President Trump to sign it into law as soon as possible. Recently, Congressman Perry introduced new legislations that would authorize the President to recognize Hong Kong and Tibet as separate independent countries. We commend Congressman Perry and fully support his bills. We would like the US Congress and the US President to recognize East Turkestan as a separate independent country as well. History bears witness to the fact that there is no basis for the Chinese regime's claim of East Turkestan being a part of China. For it was the Manchus who had invaded and occupied China in 1644 that later invaded and occupied East Turkestan in 1884 and renamed it to Xinjiang, meaning the new territory. East Turkestan and its people have a long history of independence prior to 1884. Our people declared independence as the East Turkestan Republic for the first time on November 12, 1933. But our nascent republic was brutally crushed on April 16, 1934, following Soviet and Chinese invasions. The people of East Turkestan declared independence once more on November 12, 1944, and maintained their independence as the East Turkestan Republic until the then newly established People's Republic of China invaded and occupied our homeland with the tacit support of the Soviet Union. Since China invaded and occupied East Turkestan 70 years ago, in December 1949, the Chinese Communist regime has been engaging in a brutal campaign of colonization, genocide, and occupation against our people and homeland. When comparing two petitions submitted to the White House in 2018, you can see that while less than 10% of Uyghurs advocate for only human rights, over 90% of East Turkestanis view that the restoration of East Turkestan's independence is necessary to ensure the human rights and freedoms of Uyghurs, Kazakhs, Kyrgyz, and other peoples in East Turkestan. The people of East Turkestan have never given up their struggle to regain their independence. In fact, millions of East Turkestani people sacrificed their lives in the path of independence. Today, over 3 million Uyghurs, Kazakhs, Kyrgyz, and other Turkic peoples are in concentration camps, and millions more in prisons and labor camps as part of China's attempts to prevent East Turkestan's independence. Restoring East Turkestan's independence is the only way to truly ensure our people's human rights, freedoms, and their overall existence. Thus, we urge the US government and all governments across the world to acknowledge and respect our people's democratic choice for independence by recognizing East Turkestan as a separate and independent nation under Chinese occupation. Thank you.